say what they can't radio.
We in our second episode.
The chat room.
The chat room with Lady M.
Choclet'Ri.
Oh, wait. Oh, because I think the last episode, because I didn't say Choclet'Ri.
Yeah,
she
was saying Rue.
I said Choclet'Ri, but see, I was going to say Choclet'Ri.
You got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Choclet'Ri. Chocolate.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, we got so much to talk about.
Yes. I'm exhausted though.
She's tired. But I told her she can't be tired on 420. Like, oh my gosh, it's 420.
It's
There's
420.
so much events going on.
Yes. A lot of people really don't know the origin of 420. So I took the time to Google, and I got like 2% left on my phone. So I'm going to...
So she know the 420.
I'm going to educate us because we don't even know why we celebrate. We just a bunch of weed heads that just smoke on that day, but you don't even know why.
But you know what's so crazy?
What's up?
Remember when they used to do the commercials where, like, if you do weed, they used to do the Wendy's commercial. They used to be like, oh, you're going to be in a basement stuck. And I'm like, it's so funny how the government now, because they used to do that with drinking, now they can make money off of us now. So now they pull all the commercials and be like, oh, 420.
420.
But what's the disparity to me is when it's legalized in each state for our people, it's more red tape. And I hate that. Colorado, I hate they give us more red tape and they're making more money. But I'm going to let you, Choclet'Ri.
We're gonna hit that because I feel you on that. But before my phone dies, I'm gonna
She's going to do the orchard. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give you some info. So 420 started in 1970. It says apparently coined as a code word by high school students in San Rafael, California in 1971 with a reference to 4:20 p.m., right? The time at which they regularly met to try to locate an unattended plot of cannabis plants. So April 20th, considered as an occasion for smoking or celebrating the smoking of marijuana in the terms of Rick James' Mary Jane. Thousands of marijuana smokers converge on Hippie Hill for the annual 420 celebration. So that is your 420
I ain't gonna lie.
origin.
And this is prior to us. They was like, Mary Jane.
Quick story. My mother was pregnant with me when she went to a Rick James concert.
Wait, what? My aunt. Wait. My aunt was pregnant with you, and
She was pregnant with me and went to the Rick James concert in 1980. So, but
you know what? I can't even bypass our family because I'm pretty sure. I love my own cat. Shout out to my own cat.
Rest in peace, Mama.
R.I.P. on cat. Yes.
But the thing is about this, getting back to what you were saying with the marijuana and the legalization of it, you know, it's, I saw, like, working where I work at, I'm not going to name the company.
You don't have to.
At all. But I saw how minorities were good treated. So, like, just with a small ounce of marijuana or just a smell, you know, they will get pulled over or have a conviction or something like that. Like, it's just like you're targeting them. The only issue I have with the legalization of marijuana right now, I am so sick and tired of going into the grocery stores. I'm sick and tired of driving down certain neighborhoods and the neighborhoods that smell like marijuana. Like, come on, like, y'all bad.
So she know I'm gonna I'm gonna counteract on her on that. So let me tell you something. The one thing I can say, I'm not a smoker. I do edibles. When I smoke with people, they be like, Lady M, you just talk like true spoker. So I'm just sitting up here. But what I want to touch on, even the mayor of Atlantic City, because he was trying to push a lot of stuff for our Black community. I even speak to even the Caucasians, and they see how it's so much red tape for us to do homegrown dispensary and everything, which is unfair. But when it comes to them, they can do it. But see, they making so much money off of us. And it's like, this is why I dislike a lot of stuff, how they're legalizing a lot of stuff. But then I already know that's how the government is. When they legalize drinking, when they legalize, if it's only for them. It's never for us. And that's what I respect the mayor of Atlantic City. He's trying to push for it to be more of us minorities owners on that. But it's so much red tape. It's like, so even when I go to, shout out to Cloud9, even when I go to them, and even they have, it's so much red tape for us, but it's not red tape for them. And they want us to do, and I hate that about, like, it's 420, we celebrating, we doing all this, but I hate that they give us more red tape than if it was somebody else. Like, even if you want to homegrown a lot of stuff, they can homegrown, if it's not, they can homegrown a lot of stuff, be okay with everything. But when it comes to us, red tapes. Oh no, but y'all turn a blind eye to everyone else.
Welcome to America.
Yes, that's why I'm like,
but then, like, even in our communities, like they'll put the dispensaries in our communities. But why does it have to be near a school? I have a big issue with that.
The one thing about, so I can piggyback with you on that. So if they're gonna do dispensaries, like, it shouldn't be with a school. It should be like, if you're gonna do this dispensaries, and even in Nevada, because I've been into Vegas and stuff like that. The states that was more that they got approved for, none of the dispensaries is near schools.
Yeah.
Like Nevada, Denver, like California, nothing. But they put it in an area where it's supposed to be age appropriate.
Right.
So why is Jersey? Like, even if Jersey, like, you should not have to do that, because I know before it got legalized in New Jersey, in New York, all the spots that we went to, it's nowhere near a school. It's always in the area where it's age appropriate. That's the one thing that I want to let people know. When people sit up here and say, oh, about marijuana smoking, I'm going to tell you, it's never nowhere near where it's kids and nothing. It's always, and what I like to always stress too, they like to pump all this stuff. Our own president sit up here, like, I know too many scholars that actually really do smoke, PhD, everything. They do that. So it's funny to me that when you now legalize, because y'all can make money off it now, just like y'all did prohibition. So now y'all can make money off it, but you not letting us in the gate. Y'all not letting our people in the gate.
Why do you think that?
Because that's how America is built on. We will never, they always sit up here like, oh, let's pro us, but you will not let us succeed, because there's no way you're blocking our people on stuff that they've been doing for years, and now they pull commercials. Remember, if you smoke weed, you're in the basement, you're not progressing. And I'm like, and that's why I always chuckle and laugh, because I'm like, it's people that's, America's not for us. It's not for us. They try to say, give us a little penny or a quarter, we're going to be for us. They're never going to be for us, even whatever.
Just even off from marijuana, like, even with the housing market. So I bought my first home last year, you know. Prior to that, certain banks, they tend to offer minorities lower loan amounts. And it was one particular bank that I was banking with at the time that my husband and I, we make really good money. We had really great credit. And this was right before with COVID first started.
So she know I'm going to piggyback and let her talk because I got that.
We had gotten sick with COVID, and I was out of work for a few months. So, of course, when you're sick and your family's sick, things might happen, whatever, right? So, at that time, I was sick. So, with me, I'm in charge of, like, all the bills and stuff like that in my household,
As
right?
women do, because let me honest. I would tell like, as women, big head.
Yes. So, I'm sick with COVID, I forgot to pay a bill. Nobody's really thinking about paying a bill because you're sick. After I got better, my husband had got sick. But after all of that, we got back on, our feet, whatever. Credit score was on point. It was over 725. That was our median. Our debt to income ratio was like perfect almost.
That's how housing. Yep. When you buy it. Yes.
Our income, it was great.
But
they did not approve me because I had one late payment.
Let me explain.
On his, not mine, his, because it was his credit that I forgot to pay.
Lady, like Choclet'Ri.
This one bank, and I refuse to give them any type of plug, but I should because
no,
it's like,
don't do that because you know what? Because
we need to stop banking with some of these banks because they denied me. And I was wondering, how the hell are y'all denying me? Like, and you go through the underwriting. And so it was like, it was crazy. So then last year, I was a little discouraged, whatever. But last year, we went again. And I went with a great bank this time. Shout out to Guaranteed Rate, Eric Mason. He helped me. That company helped me. And got my loan for me, and it went so smooth and so quick. And the sad thing about it is, like, I had to leave this big bank to go to a smaller bank to get a larger loan.
So, Choclet'Ri, I'm gonna piggyback on that because I realized when I went to do the housing market and stuff like that, and I did it during COVID. And I had a it's like when it comes to us, it's more strategic. It's like more questions and stuff like that. Yep. But I'm going to shout out my mortgage lender. He was an Italian. He was like, yo, this is what but I get it because that's what they do. They do when it comes to us. Now, mind you, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of people that's this poem. I'm going to do this poem. That are in debt and stuff like that. It's because they're this. And it's not fair, but it's not fair. It's not fair.
It's facts because I used to work for MBNA Marketing. It was a credit card company. They were taken over by Bank of America. So I used to work.
Shout out because I used to work in Newark.
I used to work for MBNA in Newark. And during our training, I can't remember the guy's name, but he taught us how an African American or Hispanic can have the same credit score, same debt to income ratio as a Caucasian person, but they will deem the minority, the African American, or any minority, they would deem them a more riskier a person to receive a loan. You're risky. And so they would give you a higher interest rate because of the color of your skin. And you know what? I like Obama for the fact that he sued one of the banks for that. He sued a few of them, but Wells Fargo was one of the banks that would base your interest rates and the loan amount on the color of your skin.
And mind you, Wells Fargo is the one that's always get the breach and stuff. They got so much stuff going out there. But like that's even with, that's why I always, even when you're looking for a job, like even when you're looking for stuff, like they do, because I'm on that HR payroll world, what they do is they have a certain amount, just like with housing, they have a certain amount that they're supposed to. I got to do the EI. That's the diversion and inclusion because they like we have a certain amount that we have to
diversity, equity, and
yes.
inclusion. Mm-hmm.
But I always, even when it comes to EBT and welfare, I'm like, it's so much more Caucasian that's on, but they don't track that. It's so much more of them on there, but it's like, oh no, we got to do the brown because it's going back into the day when they did this. It's like, let us go tie in and always make it seem like it's us that need everything. Like we need all stuff. I already know. I have people that work in the well. It's more of Caucasians and it's more of international. That's not us. That's on that's doing it. The public assistance and using a lot of stuff. So
we get stigmatized, everything African American, and it's like I'm getting sick and tired of it, like especially when they talk about black on black crime. It's like there's no real it's no such thing as black on black crime. It's crime, and it's the fact that you have a group of people living in a community. Mm-hmm. The community is poor. This could be anywhere, community is poor. The school systems are poor. The politicians are just politicking, and we're kind of stuck because people are afraid to like vote outside of just the Democrats. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. Besides the Democrats, besides the Republicans, people are afraid of change, and you keep voting for the same people that gives you the same results. The school systems is terrible. You have the housing. You have it's just horrible in general. And then it's like you get grouped and lumped into this one thing, and it's annoying.
But see, with me, even when they say politicians lie. That's why I keep telling people, stop thinking Democratic, Republican, stop thinking liberal, all that stuff. They're all for themselves. Like it's
not all. Because I do got this one politician. He's from Jersey City. Mm-hmm. He's for the people. His name is Educational Gilmore.
Oh no, Gilmore.
He's for the people.
No, that's the one thing I can say. Education of Gilmore. He is really about making change. And it just sucks because everybody keep thinking like, oh, when I vote for the president, I'm like, y'all remember in school?
But see, everybody think, oh, I'm going to vote president election. No,
but they don't starts
with your local
they
government.
Don't remember. See, here's the thing. They don't remember when you was in school and they taught you like, legislate is like, it's this, they got to go the bill. And remember, I'm sorry. I'm dating myself. I'm Capital Bill. I remember on channels when they used to see, and she know when on Channel 7 when they try to get the kids market to go vote. So that's why I'm like, that's why even this election, I'm like, to me, it doesn't matter because you guys are not understanding. It starts with your locals. It starts with your sin. It starts there, and that's what they're not thinking.
That's what a lot of people are not thinking. It's like you have to start with your local government, your mayor, your councilman, your senators. Like those are people that's going to fight for you. And the thing with our community, we always tend to go towards that black candidate.
But I'm gonna tell you, it's a whole bunch of black
candidates.
I'm gonna tell you, it's a whole bunch
for you.
Yes, I can agree. And sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off, Chocolate. It's a lot of y'all keep thinking about we sellouts too. They don't. It's because they want to do the bottom line. They want to get all this in network. So that's why I sit up here and chuckle. Just like with the housing, just like with everything. And I just like, it's just too funny to me because there's so many people. And even when I used to live in New York and I saw so much stuff, like New York has so many programs, very different than Jersey. Mm-hmm. They help out. But I'm like, the statistics, it's more Caucasian. It's more, so that's how I knew the statistics and know it. So that's why I was like, when they're like, oh, we this and that, I just hate that. And I hate our people. It's like, oh, if it's somebody running black, I'm going to vote. I was like, the president doesn't have any hold. I said, they can't do, they still got to go to the House of the Representatives.
Right.
They still have to get stuff passed.
I don't look at skin color.
Me neither.
When it comes to politicians, I look at who has the same beliefs as me, my values, and how it's going to benefit me and my children. And if I see that you're not about that, I'm not voting for you. You know, I volunteered in the Jersey City election with one of the candidates.
Okay.
You know, and you know, I believed in the things that he was going to bring forth. You know, because sometimes you just need change, and people sometimes are afraid of change, and I get that. But you know, you have to gotta step out on faith, and you know, just hope that that person that you voted for, you know, is going to bring about that change. So when people always say to me like, "Oh, I don't vote, it's nothing going to happen," it's because you know why? You're not voting. That's why nothing's happening, because you keep getting the same people in office that's going to keep doing the same thing.
Yep.
So if you start with your local and then your state, you know, then move your way up, then you can see about change. And if there's not change, hello, you want change in your own community? Get your butts out there yourself and start making change. There's no excuses, because everybody's like, oh, they don't do this, that,
yes,
the third for
they do.
me.
It's
well, get
not...
your ass out there and start doing it. You see that if there's a need for, you know, mentoring programs, get out there. Like my boy Louis Spears. He went out there. He got the Kings of Kismet.
I remember him.
Nonprofit organization.
Yeah. And he did it. The Kings. He did
exactly. Like you have a lot of people that's out there that do start up these non-for-profit organization. Even with I just did an event today for Zion Cares.
Shout out to your
and it's a nonprofit organization in Jersey City. They give out food, clothing to the community. You know, the founder saw a need to help the residents of Jersey City, you know, with food, with education, with clothing,
which I promote. That's
with health,
great.
with
That's
everything.
Great.
And so they started something that was so small. Now it has grown into a big thing, you know, and it's helping in the community. But they saw something.
But
you know,
see,
they
see
saw
how
it and
they
act
saw
upon
you
it.
See what I also too sometimes in a disparity when it comes to our people. So even when the election, when Trump, they's like, oh, he's different. He spoke upon different things. I'm sitting up here, I was like, because I know the history. I'm like, he's the most, like, he doesn't promote, but because it was different, because he was speaking out. The thing that I hate the most about it is he is like, you know how we know racism and stuff, but when he came out, everybody start being racist and stuff like that. But it
wasn't everybody being racist.
It was like they thought he was different. They thought he was speaking.
It's that everything now is being recorded. Because people have been racist from day one.
And we both know that.
And I'm not like, okay, I ain't gonna lie. I like Trump. I benefited under him.
So here's the thing. So
my stocks were looking good when he was in office.
But see, here's the thing. So she benefited.
I benefited.
But I knew from the trenches when he first started out for how he in New York. I knew about his businesses. Like, so it's not me coming from word of mouth. It's me because I knew how he was when he was in a realtor state. I knew how he was biased. I knew how his businesses was bankruptcy. I knew how but he was like, you know how when you dealing with politicians so much, it's just like, oh, this is a firecracker.
He's a businessman. That's the difference.
But the problem is, just even the one thing that I am going to sit up here, even when he talk about immigration, we all know you had a mail order bride, but now all is something you built. So I knew the history before he even tried to.
Look what now. Y'all open up the gates and what happened now?
But see,
in New York, people
here's the problem.
Getting robbed.
So here's the problem.
People getting murdered.
So here's the thing.
Now they over here taking.
So I'm going to.
They give them free housing right now. Yes, they are.
No, so they're giving the migrants.
The immigrants have free housing, free health care right now. They getting food stamps. What do we get?
So no, let me explain something to you. I'm gonna be honest with you because I already know the backstory of everything. They're not getting food stamps. The only thing I knew even before he was running for presidency.
I'm not even talking about Trump right now. I'm talking about right now.
No, I'm talking about right now. Like if I piggyback on immigration, I hate the fact that they're sitting up here saying it's a whole bunch of immigrants that's doing it. Let me tell you something. If you don't know the history of how they'll sit up here, it's a lot of people, like even when they have mental issues that they are Americans, they set them out. It's a whole bunch of immigrants that I'm going to tell you because when I go to immigration reform and I go sit up here, because I go back to my history, I go back to both sides, Jersey, I go back to the whole spectrum. So they're giving this false narrative of, they're doing all this stuff. They're sitting up here robbing and stuff like that. I can pull up facts and stuff like that. That's just the census that they're putting out there. Let me tell you something. It's a whole bunch of jobs that even our American people will not do, no matter where they're at, they will not do the job. Let me tell you something, the immigration, when they go sit up here and work, they're getting paid $10, they getting paid pennies to do what stuff that we will not do. So the narrative is that they're sitting up here, I can pull up stuff, it's not even immigrants that's sitting up here robbing, sitting up here doing all stuff, and I have facts for that. Like this is why I hate the fact that that's the narrative when it comes to immigrants.
The news is reporting
because this is the news is reporting false information. Because
wait a minute, but who was saying that? And everybody was saying he was a liar.
No, please, no. See, she know I'm not going to agree with. So first of all, let me tell you something. He's on Fox.
News.
No, he's on Fox 5, and he's on.
Fox.
But Trump, so we going to debate because Trump sit up here.
I'm not getting this from Fox 5. I'm getting this from ABC. I'm getting this from CNN.
So let me.
I'm looking at
CNN. I could
conferences.
So I'm going to tell you. So let me tell you what Trump did. Trump used that narrative to sit up here and be like, this is what he's gonna drive and this is what he's gonna do. But let me tell you something. Since 1980 even when his father, everything. That's what I'm just saying. Everything in the world. So when we're discussing all this crimes and stuff, it's not on immigrants. Because I could tell you right now, it's so many crimes just on U.S. soil with American people. So I am going to disagree because it's so much factual stuff where we have serial killers. They're not Spanish. They're not immigrants. You know what? They're Americans. You have serial killers that sit up here that's in different areas. And so that's why I can never agree when we're trying to use the narrative right now to say it's immigrants that's doing all that stuff. It's so much crime that's been before immigrants and stuff like that do that serial killers that sit up here and sit up here.
I agree with that, but my thing is you have immigrants here now that are committing crimes.
So let me ask you a question.
We've seen it on TV, how they came into the store. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
To the Apple store and stole stuff from the Apple store. We saw on the news how one immigrant came up to a police officer woman in New York and I think he hit her in the face or something like that. We see these things. They have reported that they are getting housing. My thing is,
I can tell you right now, I'm going to disagree with you.
You have a lot of students. You have a lot of students. And this I know for a fact because I was volunteering in the school. Mm-hmm. A lot of students who are going, especially in New Jersey, to college for free that are not citizens. What about our students, the ones that we pay taxes for, and they have to sit here and they can't even afford college? Some of them can't go to school for free because if you don't qualify for EOF, you got to go out and take out loans. But you have people that come and they call them dreamers that come here and they get a free ride to school. That same opportunity should also be offered to American
I'm going to
students.
piggyback because you know what? Because I don't
have a problem with that. I just if you're not going to take care of home, how are you going to take care outside somewhere else? So you have to take care of home first.
I'm going to piggyback on to when you say it's a. So the United States has done a lot. So I'm going to peek. So you think that they do a lot of programs where they do the exchange programs where they can come over here, get the sponsorship on education, but it's not free. It's because they had to literally have an education first. It's a lot of sponsorship that comes over here, and that's that's like Paris. Like, that's not even saying the US. They have a lot of the exchange programs from education. So what happens is they give people that's
I'm not talking about the exchange. I'm talking about
I'm
not talking about exchange students.
Go ahead.
That's different.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about you have a bunch of, especially in Jersey City, you have a certain group of students. I'm not going to say who, that parents, they come over here and then they bring over their family, right? And then they're on a student visa. Yeah. And then they come here, and then they get all the benefits. That's what I'm talking about.
No, so I get what you're saying.
They're not U.S. citizens.
You're saying the student visa. So that's why I was trying to tell you.
Some of them get visas, and then you have some of them that are illegal immigrants, but they still allow them to go to school. How do I know this? Because I have people that work in the school system that told me. So it's like, you're still giving them the opportunity. So what about our students? If you're going to take care of those who are not from the United States, then you need to also take care of the people from the United States. Why is America the only? Why are students paying for college when you can go overseas and they have college for free?
No, see, this is the one thing that I can agree with you on, because I'm going to tell you, health insurance, overseas,
free
education, free. That's any country. That's every country I know. But you have to remember, we're in a capitalist state where they want money. So they don't eat. So I will agree with you that, which frustrates me, I can sit up here and have my daughter go to England and stuff, and if she's live out there, it's gonna be free. That's the one thing that I always will agree and say, I hate the way our country is, where they're charging everything, but every other country is free.
It's free.
Education. It's free. Healthcare. It's to the point where when you go on a maternity leave, because I work, when you go on you know what they say? I want you to take a whole year off to bond with your child. And your job is still secure. This is what I hate. It depends on certain states. In the United States, you may have California stuff, they give you 6 months off. But why is it that other countries give you a whole year? Why? Why is it when you're working, they like, oh no, you need to take nap? Like, it's other
you only
countries.
Get a certain amount. I have 5 children.
Yes.
And my last pregnancy was high risk. And I had a lot of complications afterwards. And my company did not give me, I got penalized. Because they give you a certain amount of time. I had ran out of FMLA. This is what America gives. They give you FMLA, right?
But it's
only protected for
your job. It's only
protected for, I believe it's what?
12 months.
12 weeks.
It's 12 weeks, but if you can
utilize it within a year if you do it intermittently, but it's 12 weeks in general. I was sick during my pregnancy. I had a really rough pregnancy when my daughter was coming early and I had to be put on bed rest. So I utilized my FMLA. And then after I had my child, I had complications afterwards where I had to get surgery. I had to do physical therapy, and I got penalized for having a baby. My time that was out, it was coded for maternity. It got turned because you got these new people. And sometimes with females, y'all irk my nerves when you get to them high positions, because it seems like you forget who you are, where you came from, and other females like you. You forget about us.
Choclet'Ri is passionate
about us. And it's like, you treat us because we want to have a family. Maybe you don't want to have a family, that's fine, but you still need to have that compassion. You are our voice. You made it there. You're there. You are the voice for us. But it was a female who sat here and changed the maternity policy at my company where it affected me, and my time got turned to sick. And because of that, now I was out sick. It jeopardized me from being able to get promoted. I was out with no pay. And it's like, how am I supposed to live? Why is it only in America? And then why is it only, it's the state and the company? No, it should be something that is set in stone.
I can agree with you on that, because I would say America, when it comes, it's like when I go visit different countries and I say, they're so protective of, even though their rights, and as many countries that they are man, but they still protect the women. And I will agree with you. I hate the fact that when it comes to America, you don't say, let us, because people can have postpartum. It's a lot of stuff. But you rather, and it's true, it's based on state who's going to give you more time off. When it comes to FMLA, your job is, so when I was saying to you, when you said the 12 weeks, so I could say your job is protected for what they put in different states, your job is protected for 1 year. So we can't do that. But I do say, I always say, America moves so different than different countries. So like, even when I travel, they don't because they say, y'all work too much. In Japan, they give the kids, you have to have your time off. We work so much.
Bonding,
they have parent bonding, and even besides parent bonding, when it's time for you to work, they give you. That's the one stigma that every country say. Oh, that's why Paris, all them, they relax. Like, you got to take this, but no, because we are conditioned to work 24/7. Oh no, we gotta work. When there's other countries like, oh no, we need to let you get time to relax. They have nap times, they have tea times, and where you could break.
This all boils down, because we about to wrap up.
Yeah, we about to wrap up.
This all boils down to the fact that you have to get out in your local community and vote for those who will fight for those issues, because if not, we're going to be doing the same thing over and over
And I have
again.
a feeling, I'm going to be honest with you, the way America is built, and yes, I'm an American citizen, I don't think any of those things could change. And so that's why other countries, and we're going to wrap up, that's why other countries deem us because they're used to doing certain things and they will mandate stuff. It's because the way our country is structured. It's because the way it's like, oh no, you got to work. What? Oh, 5 days a week. No, I want you to work 24. It's people that I know work 7 days a week, sit up here, travel and stuff. It's just how America is conditioned to be like, we're the people, we're fast paced. We're supposed to work. No, you don't need a whole full, no, you can sit up here and it's just how we're conditioned. And we're about to, we could have went deep. Y'all going to see us in May. Because the chat, we talk about everything under the sun. But I'm a 420, 420.
420. But definitely get out there. Let's make a change. Let's get together. Come together as one. Stop. Everybody want to say we don't see color. No, you need to see it. You need to recognize it. And you need to embrace it. Okay, stop saying that you don't see color, because
it is. We're based on color.
Embrace it, and you need to love people regardless. And we have to start joining together, and we have to stop being afraid to make changes and
speak up. Speak up. I don't want you, because we're still going over, but I don't want you because they give us a piece of crumb. I don't want you to be like, oh, we give you $200-300. We give you $1,000. I don't want y'all to be with the systematic system to be like, they gave us a little crumb, and so now, yay! But y'all gonna have
to even just with us, family is important, and I always preach this. We got to stop. What is that when with the carrot dingling and jumping for the carrot?
Oh no, that's what it is. You dangle us a little carrot. That's like
we have to stop and focus on your family, focus on generational wealth. And as parents, we have to.
Yep.
We have to. And see, with me, like I was saying, everything that I do, and I'm doing it for my children.
Yes.
And we have to have that mindset. It irks my nerves sometimes when, people saying, oh, I'm tired. I need my yeah, we parents, we get tired, and I understand that there are single parent households, but you know what? Those kids didn't ask to be here.
They should
So
have
it is
didn't.
our responsibility as parents. You have to make that sacrifice. And so we can break that stigmatism, we could break the cycle, and we can start building together as a community and do better.
And we're gonna do better.
Do better.
And this was a short edition.
Short edition of the chat
I'm
room.
gonna say, Lady M, no, she sings, but I don't care what I sing to. So you know what? I'ma close out the chat room with Lady M and Choclet'Ri. Chocolate.
You can find us on our YouTube page, the chat room with Lady M and Choclet'Ri. And you can find us on Instagram. If you have any suggestions or would like to be a guest on our show, please email us at thechatroomlc@gmail.com, and we will respond to you. We have some good shows coming up in the future, and we hope that you are here for the long journey with us.
And this is a space, this is an open space. We can agree to disagree. Exactly. We don't have the same opinions. We can sit up here respectfully, talk to each other, and agree to disagree. So you guys will see us next.
Enjoy 420.
I will 420.
Bye.
I always like to sing.